The Franklin $50 series. Many of you that have been on a coin show with me before know that it's one of my true loves. I love the series, a lot of great value. And we're talking about uncirculated coins. Then every once in a while, you get to talk about the rarer proofs. It's been over 400 days, over a year. 3 days a week, we're on the air for 5 hours, 15 hours, add it up. It's been that long since I've had this opportunity available. Tonight we're talking about two early issue Franklin $50. Early issue Franklins. 1954 and 1955. Now, we're going to talk about these two for a little bit, but the reason there are so few of these known this nice is all about the packaging. In 1955, the U.S. Mint changed proof set packaging. From that point, from 55 to 64, the polypack proof sets, if you recall, the vanilla envelope, the polypack inside, was better than the small corrugated box, coins in a 2x2 flip stapled together. That's where these came from. Now, all of the Franklins in proof were Philadelphia. San Francisco didn't start striking proofs until 1968. So these are way earlier. In Philadelphia, the main mint made them all. When you look at the heyday of proof sets, making proofs available to the American public, right? It started in 1950. So these are early issues. So for the last 3/4 of a century, we've been spoiled. We can work with the U.S. Mint or work with our local coin dealer and bring in the current proofs of the year. The 1970s, 1980s, it was typical to see 2 to 3 million proof sets pushed through for the American public. It is that perfect gift, right? Birth year gift, graduation gift, wedding gift. Just, it's a great stamp on the year. The finest U.S. Mint coins of the year. Well, if you go back in time, the first couple of years these were being made, these 2 years, the numbers are, well, surprising. In 1954, the actual mintage in the boxes they delivered them in was 233,300 sets. 1955, there was only 378,200 sets. As I referenced, compared to the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, even today, for that matter, how few of them are known. Now, because of how these were packaged, finding high-quality coins today are like a needle in a haystack. They look nice, but when you send them in for certification, well, because they're proofs, which is a method of manufacture, there are few of them in these higher grades. Let's spend a second talking about proofs. What are they? So pretty much from day one with the U.S. Mint, once we got past the screw presses, then you could strike coins with machinery, you could make a proof. Proofs were meant as presentation pieces for special dignitaries. If you were a member of Congress, here's the new coin of this year. What do you think? The process, the method of manufacture for a regular coin that we see in circulation is the dies are here, slap it once and push it out, right? A proof, we polish the dies, the front and the back, and the piece of metal in between, in this case, the silver $50 blank. We polish that, and we don't only strike it once, we strike it twice with enormous pressure, which gives us the mirrored background because of the polish and the detail like you've never seen before. Well, because of how they packaged these earlier coins, finding them looking like this today doesn't happen. Most of them have a lot of scratches because they were in these hard plastic sleeves, stapled together. If you're familiar with the 2x2 flip, kind of what they looked like. They went to a softer flip in 55, but still, they were still in flips. 55, 56, that is when they split to the polypack, upgraded U.S. Mint packaging. So here are our numbers. known in 67 or higher condition today. So out of that 233,000, out of that 378,000, this is how many NGC has certified this nice in the last 40 years. 6,415. Now that's 67, 68, and the few 69s added together. There are no 70s. So it's not just picking the 67, it's adding the top three together in our number. 6,415. The 55 is at 18,101. Now my competition has both of these coins available. We love our early Franklins. We love our high quality Franklins. And for how rare they are, for how affordable they are, it deserves an oh my. I mean, case in point, just for reference, the big proof silver eagle, the West Point, 2023 last year, because we got a full year of numbers, right? U.S. Mint put out a little over 500,000 coins. Beautiful coins. NGC certified a little over 70,000 of them as perfect 70s. Think about that. 70,000 of them. And that coin with that number sells for between 150 to 190, 200 in today's marketplace. 70,000 known. Love our silver eagles. So that's why when I take a step back and I talk about my Franklin friends, you have to fall in love with the numbers. Talk about rarity. Now, part of the reason why that rarity exists, well, if you look at it this way, I was a youngin' back then, but in 1980, silver goes to $50 an ounce for the first time, right? You might have been one of the participants. If it wasn't screwed down, and I didn't have a screwdriver so I could unscrew it, it was melted. It didn't matter if it was circulated, uncirculated, dinnerware, flatware, proof coins, they were silver at $50 an ounce. So people just melted everything. Then after that's when NGC showed up and started certifying these gorgeous coins. Would have been the other way around, maybe a few more would have survived. Guys, give me a 30-second clock. I'm down to like 4 coins on the 54, and I think it's 7 or 8 on the 55. Both of them crazy values. Competition over 400. We're saving you $100 on the 54. We're saving you even more than that. They're just at 300 on the 55. We're half their price. Actually less than half their price. But the bottom line is this. The grade is the grade. The 67 beautiful eye appeal coins you're seeing are what you're going to get. And those numbers I told you about, those population reports, those are special. Compared to the coins of today, these 3/4 of a century old Franklin proof halves are the real deal.